Hey Samays, welcome back to K-Popsicles. I'm Paige.
I'm Kate.
And we are back, guys. We got a bunch of stuff going on today. So we're gonna
huge album unboxing.
We have a huge album unboxing. So we've been mentioning it a couple times, but last month we went and had like a little mall trip, and I spent lots and lots of money on new albums. I think I have like 9 or 10 albums that I bought. Obviously some of these are gonna be older albums, and you know, some of them are ones that we don't have either, but these are ones that I personally did not have and I wanted, and I was like, I want those. So I have flicked through the albums just to see. She has not seen any of them, but this is our official unboxing for you guys, so super excited. Yee! Our first one up. Super excited about that.
I'm holding the pile.
She is. She's holding our pile. She's my little standee right now. She's holding everything.
I'm the coffee table.
The first one up is Super M's first album, and this is the 10 version. I would have got the other versions because I think they only had like one other one, but
it's 10.
It's 10. Like I said, 10's my. If you guys aren't aware, 10 is my bias. He's my alt bias in NCT altogether, and he's my bias in Super M. But then I'm wrecked by literally every other member. So, so yes, let's open this up. First thing we get when we open it up, is this really cool poster with 10 in the middle, just staring at us, and like the other guy's masked up behind him. I'm gonna have to find places for all of my posters. I have so many albums with so many posters and I have no place to put them.
You're gonna make a scrapbook.
Yes. Oh my god, yes. We've talked about that before. And then obviously once you open it up, this is 10, you open it, there's a CD. Then we have the little photo book over here with everything in it. If we open it up, we're not gonna go through every picture, obviously. Our man's 10 looking so cute. Let me flip through it. I can't remember where I put some of the photo cards. I think I see it. The red lighting on this is gorgeous. Like, wow. The glasses love to slip off my face.
How dare you want to see?
I know, right? It's like, you're not allowed to. Like I said, this is just the 10 album, so it's literally all of 10 photos and stuff. And obviously in between you have the lyrics for the songs. Now, like, this is the album, like, obviously I've heard the entire album. I love this album so much. A couple of my favorite songs on this one, I think, would be I Can't Stand the Rain and No Manners. Like, those are my top 2. Not even just of this album, of Super M songs. I love those, and I listen to them all the time. Like, look at this man. He's so pretty. Oh yeah, there it is. That's my photo card. I know, right? He's so fluffy. I love him.
I like how just all the pictures in the album are kind of badass, and then you get like a fluffy photo
I get the
card.
fluffy photo card. Yeah, I get the cute, like, I'm adorable. I know it. And I'm like, I know you know it, sir. Smoke one is really cool. I like the way it, like, the lighting was and everything, the way it was shot. Oh, wait. And then we have one of all the members finally. And then you actually have the English lyrics here in the back too. So not only do you have the regular lyrics, but you also get the English lyrics, so it's like it makes it better for you to understand. And then obviously the end is the credits. But yeah, that is the 10 album for Super M. The next one will be another Super M one, but there's a special reason why I've been meaning to do this, because I have to give Kate something in it, because I know she's gonna love it.
And she keeps forgetting.
I keep forgetting to give it to her, because I'm like, we keep saying, oh, the next time we know we do the album unboxing, I'll give it to you, and we've been putting it off because we've had other stuff going on.
Mainly a lot of comebacks, but we kind of like get some breathing room.
We have a little bit of a breathing room, like we're, you know, a little ahead on videos for the next couple weeks, so, yeah. But yeah, next up is Super M's Super One album. So this is the second official album that kind of came out after obviously dropping that album. And there's just so much stuff. Like I said, we have Taeyong and Taemin right on the cover there.
T-squared.
T-squared. What I really like too is once you open it, you have like this little shiny thing over it, and it says Super One. And then you just pop that off, and it's a little thing. So it was holding this in here.
Anything worth doing in life has risk.
So we're gonna start.
As an
Save that
astronaut, that
for
sort
the
of
next
becomes
part.
your life.
We're gonna start with like the
I
photo
decided
book
a
here.
long time ago that exploring the rest of the universe was worth
So
taking a
you
risk.
have like the whole track list in here, you know, 1 Monster and Infinity, 2 Infinity, 3 Monster, because obviously those songs are separate, but they put them together. Starting off with Taeyong
I
here,
really like those photos.
right? Like the coloring and stuff and everything. Monster and Infinity, more Taeyong. I like the colors of this a lot. Looks like a sky.
Very aesthetic.
Very aesthetic, yes. And now we got a Taeyong with a Taemin. So many Taeyongs in this one. I don't know if it was
Maybe
like the
the secretly got a Taeyong version.
Maybe it was a Taeyong Taemin version. I'm not sure. I think it is because like there's a lot. I
They
did.
just wanted to name it the Tay version.
Yeah, see, I never actually went through the entire like photo books. I only went through like some of the other stuff before going in. So I think this is the Taemin, the Tay squared version, because that's literally all I'm seeing is like Taemin and Taeyong. Ooh, Taemin looks so good. Oh, there we go. I'm like, which angle is great?
I just want to see if it says anything on the box.
Yeah.
And it doesn't say version like the other super.
I think that's what that means, like the 001, so it might be like the first version, and then, because I think they have multiple versions, obviously. Oh, I like the way they designed this,
That's pretty.
right? The aesthetics of that looks so cool. We have to design our own thumbnails and stuff, and so we like aesthetics. And obviously then we go into this versions of them, the red outfits, which they look great and everything, let's be honest here. Ooh.
The blue hair.
Taeyong and the blue hair, man. Always an aesthetic. Like I said, we're not going through all the pictures yet. We're not showing everything. We're just going through here.
More lyrics.
Lots of lyrics, which is great. I think this track 15. Super One. Yeah, and then you got like the credits at
More
the end, and
English lyrics.
then they gave you the English lyrics at the end, which is awesome. Like I said, I love that they include both versions of it with the English and the Korean lyrics, obviously. Yeah, there's 15 songs in this album, 15 tracks. Now we're heading into the actual little booklet or
The little
fun
extras.
thing, the little extras you get here, the Super One. So. Okay. Start with some photo cards here. First up, of course, we have our boy, Taeyongi! Our leader nymph. He's so fluffy.
He is. It even has rating on the back.
Yeah, I know. It's usually like their signatures and things like that, and like little messages. Now
I
this
can't
one,
read it.
we can look it up
Their
later.
handwriting is not great.
I can never read any of these. That's because I'm still learning. But now we have another really cool one. Kai and Ten.
That was unexpected.
I know. I was so like
We've
when I
been
opened
getting
this.
Tay squared this whole time. We got
I was
Kai
so
and Ten.
happy when I opened it. I was like, hey. Obviously that's just like one of the little sponsorship things. Now we have some photo like mini poster type things, kind of. We have my boy, Baekhyun. If y'all didn't know, If y'all didn't know, if you're not aware of our EXO stuff, like we said, if you haven't seen our previous Who's Your Bias video on our channel here, Beckon is one of my alt wreckers in EXO, and just altogether because this man is just everything. So we have that one. I'm gonna make sure I grab the right ones here. Because I have, like I said, there's one in here that I have to give to Kate. This is, like I said, this is the cover of the album. Really cool poster.
That's awesome.
Right? It's so big. Like I said, I have no clue where I'm gonna put all these. I really don't. It's like,
We can take down that mirror and that hand railing.
just mirror and everything. Take down all the mirrors. Make room over there behind the TV. All of that.
We got that wall over there too by your window.
Yep. And then we have another little photo booklet that has all the members in it. So we have our Taemin. We have Taeyong and Beck. Lucas and Mark. Eee, Lucas! It's been way too long since we've seen Lucas. Miss that man. And then Kai and Ten. Eee. And then a shot of all of them. It's a nice little, like, even though it's like the Taeyong version, it's like we still get the other members. And then it goes, that was the like 100 photo shoot, and then this is for the Tiger Inside Kai. I think aesthetically, Tiger Inside is probably one of my favorites.
Like that pink hair.
Yeah, the pink hair, the outfits, everything. I love it. The iconic pink mullet on Mark. Lucas and Taemin. Plus them wearing like the traditional outfits and everything.
I love traditional outfits.
They always look so good. And then of course Ten and Taeyong. Ten looks so freaking good there. Like, what the hell? I know I'm biased. I get it. And then of course Taeyong in the crop top, you know, because like, why not? Why wouldn't you put him in the crop top, guys? And then of course One Monster Infinity. Ugh, another aesthetic that I really enjoy, like the alien kind of green on them. Oh, that looks so freaking good. Ah, that's my bias right there. Sorry. Struggling over here.
At least you admit it.
And then yeah, at least I admit it, you know.
And
And then there's shirtless Kai, because, you know, he likes to be a problem for everybody. And of course our Lucas. And then of course Taeyong and Mark. One second. Sorry about that, we're back. Little interruption. And then of course full group shot. But yeah, so that's like a little booklet of the photos for the rest of the group. Then you have the little booklet, it comes in with the actual CD itself. It's got all their faces on it. You open it up, the CD's over here, which is really freaking cool. It's like a little flip out. And on the inside, you have more photos, pretty much.
A lot of photos.
So many photos. Taemin with a pink outfit, which I think suits him very well.
It does.
Fits
It's
so
definitely
good.
pink.
Beckon looks so good. Our boy Beck. Kai. The blue hair on Kai too is like, ah. Taeyongi. Looks so good. 10. Mork.
I'm judging his pants.
You're judging his yellow pants.
I am.
Lucas, the yellow jacket. You're judging that too.
No.
Just the pants.
Just the pants.
And that's it for that. And now this is the thing that I've been wanting to give Kate for like forever, because I know she's gonna freaking love it. So
It's a Mark.
it's a
poster
giant Mark poster
with his yellow pants.
with the yellow pants that you can
that
be
I
like,
just said I was judging.
you're judging. You can judge it on your wall now.
Okay.
So if you guys are new and you haven't seen, obviously we haven't done a Who's Your Bias for NCT yet, but if you haven't seen any of our NCT
I
content,
like
and
Mark.
Mark is one of her biggest biases, I think, in the group.
Yeah, probably.
Because we do have biases for each unit. But I have, like, as I said, 10 is the ult of all of NCT and all of, you know, like, Super M and stuff. But, so yeah, that is the poster I've been like, you're gonna love this. I need to show it to Kay. So I've been, like, dying about that, trying to figure out how I'm gonna show that to you.
One of these days we need to take a trip to like Michael's or Joann's and something and just get a bunch of like binders
Yes.
and stuff.
See, I've been wanting to do that and I just haven't done it. Next time we have money, we're gonna go and do it. We're gonna go to Canandaigua. Instead of going to the mall, we're gonna go to Canandaigua and do all that. We're gonna go to Michael's. I just love the fact that, like, the one shiny poster, like, photo I got in here was my ult wrecker. Like, and, like, one of the photo cards I got happened to be 10 as well. like I'm just, like, being spoiled, but with my wreckers and my ults today, apparently.
Pretty much.
Like, that's how I felt when I opened this. I was like, I'm just being spoiled, aren't I? But yeah, so that is the Super One album. We're gonna fly through pretty quick. I wouldn't say like super quick, but like pretty quick. Did I have the wrong thing in here? Yeah, that doesn't go in here. I'm like, why is that? No, that went in here, right? No.
No,
it didn't. Okay, that's what I thought. I'm like, why is this not going in here? It's because I'm putting the wrong things in the wrong spots. Slide it in carefully. Put our photo cards away. But yeah, we're gonna try to move pretty quick because, like I said, we do have a lot of albums and we have other stuff we want to do today. But we're still gonna take our time and make sure we're thoroughly looking at all of them because they're all beautiful and amazing and fluffy.
Like 7 more albums to get through.
Yeah. So, like I said, we're gonna try to move pretty quick, but still try to give, a fair amount of time for everything. Put this back in here all nice and neatly. And then, ba-bam. That was the Super One album. Ooh.
Next album is kind of related.
Kind of related. Similar. They have members from this group in Super One, or Super M. So yeah, this is the EXO Don't Mess Up My Tempo album. Probably one of my favorite aesthetics just because they're all on motorcycles and Chanyeol has that like dirty blonde hair and I was like, yes. Obviously I had their last, their Obsession album that I've already had that, as you can see from our posters. We are big EXO-Ls ourselves. Like I said, Beck is one of my old records. But yeah, so when you open it, it actually opens like this, which is really cool. Compass. Right? I love it. And then of course their album, not only is it a compass, but it's like the speedometer of a vehicle. And like I said, first one up, our bias, Blonde Chanyeol, which is a big problem. I don't know how much blonde Chanyeol is a problem for you, but I know he's a big problem for me. I don't know if you had like a specific hair.
I kind of like redhead Chanyeol.
Ooh, Monster Era.
Mm-hmm.
That, yeah. Yeah. Some more Chanyeol with helmets and just looking fabulous. Ooh, that black and white one looks so good. And then, of course, our boy Kai.
I think how they did the photo book was really interesting.
I like it. It's a little bit of a struggle, but it's really cool at the same time. Like, why does he do this? He does it on purpose, I swear. Like, he's like, let me just flex on everybody and show how amazing I look. And I'm like, yes, true. And then our boy Dio. Let me get a good
photo of him.
Good photo of him. Our boy Dio. So Dio in black, that's his like aesthetic, is just the black leather jackets and everything. 1 second. Once again, sorry about that. Oh, this looks so good, I swear. Our little fluff. The problem child for me.
Baekhyun.
Pecan! I like that it's almost like a flip book, but at the same time it's also a struggle.
You're so used to opening it like this way.
Like an actual book, yeah. Like this is like, it's like, I feel like I'm like taking notes on like a notepad, like I'm a detective or something. Like, look at this man. Next up is Shumin, our oldest.
He looks good with short hair.
Right? He looks so good with like kind of spiked up and everything. Next up is our Maknae. With reddish hair here. Sehun!
Looking like he just stepped off set.
Right, though.
That one drama.
Oh my god, from Doko?
Yes.
He really does. He looks just like his character in Doko, except for the red hair. Oh my god, yeah. If you guys have not seen Doko Rewind, first off, it's up on our channel, or up on our Patreon, available for all tiers. Go check it out. He did amazing in that drama. He was the lead, and he was badass. Look at him, like, covered in blood and shit.
He just got in a fight.
Yep. Next up is our boy Chen. That looks so good. That is a great photo of him. And then of course him in the river mirror. He's like, gotta look at the bad guys behind me. Next we have our leader. Our boy Suho. I love these black and white aesthetic photos. They look so
it really
good.
suits the concept.
Right. It makes it feel like some like 50s style, you know, like
Greasers.
Greasers, yeah. Like it fits them so well. So don't mind the music you're hearing. We're having a lo-fi compilation happening.
Yeah, I don't understand like the talking like quite a bit though.
Sometimes it's weird. And then obviously at the very end we have like the track lists, and then the Korean lyrics. Let me just double check here. Yeah, and at the very, very end we have full group photo.
One where we have to put the book back to normal direction.
I know, right? It's like, ah. But yeah, so there's that. And now the photo card that I got with it. Is a Kai.
Fluffy Kai.
We have a fluff Kai. I like his little hair when he does it, where it's like kind of slicked back, but not really. He just looks so good. And then obviously the SM staple where they put everything in here. We're like, check out the SM Global and do all this.
And like that he has his natural tan skin tone, and they didn't like
Right,
edit
they
him to make him
didn't
pale.
whitewash him. I was so happy. Like I was like, he his beautiful golden skin. Like yes. We get that over there they're like obsessed with like skin whitening stuff, but their golden brown, beautiful bronze skin is like one of the most beautiful things I've seen. So yeah, sorry, there's like a glare there. That is gorgeous. Like, ugh. I get it. Like it's part of the culture. That's like what they're
Just like here, we want to be tanner.
Yeah,
Most
like-
people do. I
yeah.
don't care what.
I don't. I mean, look at me. I'm a pale freaking vampire, and I'd rather not be tanning because I'm like, that just makes me have to go outside in the sun and stuff, and I'm like, I don't really want to.
I don't like skin cancer.
Like, I actually had a grandmother who had skin cancer, so I'd rather not because it's like already in our bloodline to be susceptible to it. So yeah, let me be my pale vampire self, and I'm okay with that. But yeah, so that is the EXO Don't Mess Up My Tempo album. So super excited about that one. I need a drink. Sorry about all the pauses too. Like I said, you won't notice it. It'll be like little cuts, and then be like, sorry about that.
Those things can't be said over text, apparently.
Nope. My family loves to interrupt me when they know I'm filming. Moving on. So now, for those of you who are new to our journey of SF9, I'm already excited. If you guys have seen our last unboxing, I got the SF9 Turnover album, which was It's such a beautiful album. It looks like a little mini storybook. It's gorgeous. And I was super excited about that. But then when we went back and got more albums, they had their Glory Us, their 9 Glory Us album. Eee! Black Chaser. So I was super excited. This is their 8th mini album.
That's a lot of mini albums.
I know, right? That's why I was like, what? But we start off obviously with this like super aesthetic photo and the track list up in the corner. Yeah, this is the album that has Summer Breeze on it. That's this album.
Summer Breeze is my favorite title track from.
It's one of the... I love that song so much. Starting with our leader, Youngmin. Ah, he looks so good with the red hair. Like, oh, stan this man. Like I said, we wish him and InSong safe return from the military and all that. I like almost teared up when I was watching those videos on like when I saw clips on Twitter of them like cutting hair and like goofing around. I feel like, oh, there was a hair on my arm. I was like, what is tickling me? My own hair. That's what it was. My own hair was tickling me. Sorry. Thank you. Next up is our boy InSong. One of the loveliest voices. Like I said, I'm really like falling down the SF9 rabbit hole. Like we're really falling.
I'm sad we didn't discover them sooner.
Right, I'm like, what the heck, man? Next is Mr. Jaeyoon. Like I said, this man really attacked me in the trauma video, and I was not prepared, and I was like, sir. And people were like, I see you fall down the Jaeyoon rabbit hole too. I was like, yep, I was not expecting it, but it's happening. He just looks so good. Ah. And the cut-off sleeves and everything too. I mean, hey, we're rocking the cut-off sleeves today. It's one of those days. Ugh. Next up,
That one.
my second bias. So if you guys haven't seen previously, in the last Dawon themed video I did his little cover of Justin Bieber's Stay, I made it official that he's not just a wrecker anymore, he's my second bias. Because he's the problem for me. Like I said, since day one of Kingdom, when we first, started checking them out on there, I always noticed, I was like, who is this man with a great voice? Like, he was like the first person I pointed out before Huyoung came on screen. And then I was like, hi Huyoung. And yeah, and that's how that rabbit hole kind of happened. But yeah, no, Dawon is definitely my second bias in the group. His personality is hilarious, and then obviously I got to know him just besides Kingdom and our, guides and stuff like that. We did do a guide. I was like, wait, we haven't done one? No, we have.
That's how I finally chose a bias.
Yeah, that's how you finally chose a bias. And then we have a group picture of them all. But, like, not only through Kingdom and through the guides and stuff like that, and their music videos, but I'm watching over on Patreon, Doom at Your Service, which Dawon has a role in, and he is so funny, and he's such a good actor, and like I said, his personality, from what I've seen, he's hysterical. I like that we have another one of those little, like,
Don't lose your
bookmarks.
page.
Yeah, don't lose your page bookmarks. Next is our boy Roan. He's long legs. Tall boy. I mean, the whole group is tall boys, but you know what I mean. You get what I mean. They all just look so good. They really do. Like I said, we're not going through all the photos, we're just showing a couple. This is Kate's bias right here. Ladies and gents, Mr. Zuho. It was really funny when we found out he was your bias, because I was like...
He's my outlier.
We went opposites. I mean, I still have a rapper bias, but yeah. I also have a main vocal bias.
It's just if I can't choose one like based on the video, I always choose one based on guide. I usually go with their personality.
Yep, and he has such a fluffy personality. He loves cats. Kind of a dork.
Same.
Next we have both of our records right here. He's
a problem
he's
for
a problem.
everyone,
I'm pretty sure he's a problem for everybody. We're gonna hold that off. He's a legitimate problem for everybody. Mr. Yu Taeyang, who I've checked out a couple times here on the channel as well. Like his dance cover and all that. Yeah, like I
He's
said,
also got long legs.
they all do. It's ridiculous. Like, this man is just a lot. That's how he became. Like I said, first he was just the problem, but he's been upgraded to Wrecker for me because I upgraded that one to second bias. So now he's taken the Wrecker, but he's still problem. Oh, and my bias, my other bias is here, ladies and gents. Mr. Huiyang, my first bias. This is the man that I was like, from day one, I'm like, I love him. And I was like, but I didn't want to admit it. So it took like 3 or 4 music videos and us watching Kingdom to be like, okay, I'm willing to
stand.
I'm willing to admit that he's the bias. And I love how like he's kind of like shy and reserved a little bit. And he's like a little nervous and stuff, but he's so cute. I love him so much. And of course he's part of the Maknae Alliance, so I mean, why not? And then of course
He's the secret young. There's always like a hidden Maknae, but he's the hidden young.
Yep, it's like and here we go! Chani, our Maknae! With this deep freaking voice. Main dancer. Like I said, I honestly thought he was gonna be like the big problem for me, like going into Kingdom and stuff, because I kept like I keep pointing him out and stuff. So like I think he's just another problem at this point. Like along with Taeyang, I think he's just another problem because I'm like I keep noticing you. Like you're still an issue for me. And it makes sense because he's a Maknae rapper, dancer, like he has everything that like I usually
He's
am
the triple
attacked
threat.
by. He is. Like it's not fair. And he's an actor. He's a quadruple threat. And then at the end here we have the track list and lyrics that they put for their songs. Just like a little, and they have little mini pictures of like the members and stuff like that. Just double check in here, make sure, and then of course credit. And then at the very end, which is really cool, and of course the cover itself.
It's a full-size poster.
It's a full-size poster of Chani. Like, I don't want to unfold it all the way just yet. But we also have the CD, which comes in a really cool little pocket in the back here. Where did I? Yeah, it's right here where I had it. So what I thought was really cool, which I got, it's like this little mini, almost like an ornament, but not really.
You can technically hang it on your Christmas tree.
You could. It could be an ornament if you want to decorate it in K-pop idols. But then you flip it up, and it's a Chani picture. And it's also a good bookmark because it's got this little thing on top that holds everything together. So like if you want to use it as a bookmark, you could use it as a bookmark. They're giving you lots of bookmarks in here. You know that. It's so cool. And then of course the photo card, which I lost my crap with. I was so excited for this.
Yeah.
I got my bias.
That fluff ball.
He's a fluff. I love him so much. I was so happy. Like, remember last time when the album was like, I wish I had a Huiyang photo card and
And
stuff.
you finally got
I
one.
got the Huiyang photo card. I was like, yes! I got the Huiyang
Ask
photo
and you
card.
shall receive.
I was so happy. I was like, that's my man! But yeah, so that was the SF9 album. Like I said, this is one of the groups that I feel like we've gotten into the quickest. Like as in knowing all the members, we watched, reality content with them because of Kingdom. We've listened to a bunch of their songs. We still have so many more songs. Trust us, we get it. We've checked out some of their variety stuff because of requests. We've checked out some solo stuff. Like this is the quickest we've been like, and we're like, we love them.
The quickest dance.
Yeah. But it makes sense because they make you want to stand. Like, they're that kind of group. And now, one of our alt groups. One of our alt groups is up next. Our boys. ATEEZ! I wanted to get all 3 versions because they had all 3 versions of this album. And I honestly was willing to pay for it.
Well, I told you to have self-control.
Yeah, I already had a bunch of albums, and I'm like, if I got 3 of the same album, I wouldn't be able to get some of the other albums, or else I would have been spending way more than I already was, and I already spent a couple $100.
It's like, how about we get albums we don't have?
Right, I was like, next time. if they have the other two, I'll get the other versions. So I like this is Zero Fever Part 3. This is the box that doesn't want to open for whatever reason. I don't know if this one has like this particular version, but it's the green version. That much I do know. It's the green version. Pop everything out here, which I thought was really cool the way it's set up here. So yeah, I had to pop everything out, and then at the very bottom of the box is the album itself, which looks so cool. I think that it just looks like their flag and everything. Set that over here. Next up, yeah, we're not gonna look at photos yet. We have the photo book.
Don't drop it.
I almost dropped it. That would have been bad. Starting off with a great group photo of the boys from Eternal Sunshine. They look so fluffy. I should be wearing my bucket hat because, you know, my bias is wearing a bucket hat right now. I should be rocking it. I finally got a bucket hat, guys. I love that hat.
Across the room.
It's so across the room. Starting out with Alita Hongjun with the big fluffy hat. Oh, goodness. So this is
my bias.
This is her problem, and he's a problem for me too. This man likes to attack a lot, like a lot sometimes, and I'm like, someone, and I'm like, Kate, collect your mans, please.
And I was like, no.
And this is one of the mans who has made his way up the list to one of my old biases, like, Mayuno. He's just. Like, if you guys are new to the channel, you haven't been following us for forever, we honestly started the channel with, like, ATs.
We did.
We really did.
We started out with a unit idea.
Yeah, we started out with, like, Monster X, ATs, and BTS content. Like, that was, like, how we started the channel. But it's been mostly ATs content, so, like, we've just been following them for, like, the longest time. And I'm like, it makes so much sense. And we just love these fluffy balls of sunshine so much. We really do. They're hysterical. They're chaotic. Oh, no! Stop that! Get up here. Things are falling, sorry.
The other problem.
The other problem for us.
Yosang.
Mr. Yosang himself.
I think he's both of our records.
He is, honestly. He's like the biggest wrecker in the group, I swear. This was my original, like, main wrecker. He still hurts me a lot. Mr. San. Super defined cheekbones, like, it's ridiculous. And his jawline. Minky! I was so happy when he came back from hiatus. I was like, yes, our boy's back!
It was too long without him.
It really was. I really wish he would have been on Kingdom. If he was on Kingdom, they would have slayed. Like, they were already
Even
killing
more
it.
than
They killed that, but I feel like with Mingy, it would have been like, just like the cherry on top of the sundae. Like, you just added even more to it. Our loud, chaotic member, Mr. Uyang himself. Honestly, I think out of all of them, he's the most chaotic.
I can see it.
I'm pretty sure he's the most chaotic. Oh, our Maknae! Jungle!
He always looks so soft.
Right, like even when all the other members are like looking like super aggressive and
doing
he's just like
badass
hi.
concepts and he's just so cute.
He's just a fluff. He's a fluff. This aesthetic is everything though. Oh, this all white, kind of like super pastel, the short hair, everything is. Love that aesthetic so much. Oh, Jungi. Jungi has orange hair though. Like, I mean, Hongjun's like tried quite a bit of hair, like different hairstyles and hair colors, but he always looks so good in all of them. I still think that my favorite look on him though was the look he had at the Mama performance where he looked like a friggin' like they were all demons. That's how he came up with the demon line, was right then and there. We're like, yep, demons. Oh, Seonghwa, you look like an absolute prince. It's ridiculous. He literally looks like he stepped out of like Disney. Like,
he's just going for a walk around his castle gardens.
Right, like it's like, what the hell, man? Just walks out and he's like, I'm here, and we're like, yes. And then my man's, like I said, the black and red hair on him was probably my favorite aesthetic for his hair, for Yuno. But they all look so good. He's so fluff. He's a giant baby, and I love him. He really is. He's like the happiest, cutest little thing ever. I say little thing, but he's like 6 something. He's like 6 feet tall. It's ridiculous.
Still little.
Still little in my eyes.
Not physically.
Not physically.
But
metaphorically, it's my baby. And then the problem child.
also looking like a prince.
Right. Like, it's...
He's visiting someone's kingdom.
Yeah. they're best friends who are both princes, and then they just hang out together.
I think we got a new fanfic idea.
Oh my god, yes. The best friends who are princes. San looks like he's ready to fight anybody at any time.
Whose bodyguard would he be?
He'd be like the castle guard. Like, he's like the head of the guard. For anybody and everything. Oh. Like I said, he was the main reason we came up with the demon line, and then everybody else kind of followed suit in that one performance, so we're like, yep. This aesthetic, it literally looks like a bunch of princes just chilling out by a pool or something. Like, it's ridiculous. Mingy. Mingy just being a model. That's what Mingy is. Mingy's just a model. He really, like... He's got, like, the lankiness because of how tall he is and everything, and he's just, his face is just, like...
His role, he could be, like, the, you know how they always have, like, portraits? He could be the painter. Ooh,
yes. Wooyoung and his sexy self, like, let me just stare seductively into the cameras at all time. That's what Wooyoung does. Wooyoung would be another prince friend, honestly.
Oh, he's giving me like bad guy vibes.
A little bit.
Super bad guy, but like rebel or something.
Oh yeah, he's like the prince that doesn't really want to be a prince because of all the rules and stuff. So he's like, I'm gonna break the rules. And then we have our fluffy maknae.
I feel like the advisor, the court advisor.
Right, like he's just out here like, I'm here, guys. Love me.
Notice me.
Notice me. And then of course there's like little credit things at the end, and of course the beautiful fluffiness of that whole entire picture right there. The voices you're hearing, it's like the reason that it's like that, it's because these are like the background vocals for the song. If you guys don't know what the song is, it's Fairy of Shampoo by TXT.
It's a good song.
Such a good song.
But like this is the only one we've heard background vocals for so far.
We've heard a couple where they had a little bit, but yeah, this is interesting.
The main one.
Now we're heading on to some things we found in here. So I'm going to start with some photo cards because why not? So first up, we have our boy. I was like, yes, we got a Mingy. And then of course, our fluffy maknae.
Jungho.
We got a Jungho! So yeah, we have those 2 photo cards, which is awesome. It also has come with some cool stickers.
I love it when they come with stickers.
I love the stickers. Like, I'm like, I always want to put them everywhere, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to ruin them.
We gotta save it for our scrapbooks.
Yes. So many albums lately have been coming with stickers, so I was so happy with that. So we got some stickers. And then we have some awesome photos here. Photo cards. Giant photo cards. These are like the little mini posters.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start off here. Which is, I also think is really cool because we have like the track list on the back. Yep, and then the lyrics are on the back of the photos.
That's neat.
So that's really cool. So yeah, this one has the track list, and this is our leader. I feel like I'm always like angling it weird. So yeah, that's our leader.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you this one, so trust me. This one has the Eternal Sunshine lyrics on it. And of course,
it's Mr. Sungwon.
Mr. Sungwon. Look, it's so fluffy. Like I said, I don't want to bring it up because it has all the lyrics, but it's fine. And
you shall join Mark.
Yes, you shall join Mark. Like I said, we exchange stuff from albums all the time. Like I said, last time she gave me some of her. Yes. Who else? It was my bias for something. Oh, it was Kihyun. It was Kihyun. You gave me, I think, from one of your Monster X albums, you gave me a Kihyun photo card.
Yeah.
And then there was, I think it.
Did I give you Lisa? Or...
Yes, Lisa as well. Yeah, so we exchange stuff from albums all the time. So we know if I give her something, she'll give me something, so it's okay. This is my baby. With his little bucket hat. I can match him now with my bucket hats. And of course, Yuno had the Feelin' Like I Do song on the back of his. Next up, we have Deja Vu, which is one of my favorite songs of theirs, I think. It's one of my favorites. And we have The Problem Child. Mr. Yosag. He is a problem. He is.
For both of us.
He is. He's a big problem.
And probably many more.
Probably for a lot of people. Next up, we have their song on the back is Rocky. And it's our boy's song.
He looks very mischievous in that photo.
He does. He's like, shall do something.
I'm plotting a prank.
Right? He's always causing problems.
It's just a prank, bro.
It's just a prank, bro. Come down. Next up is the song All About You. And we have our boy Mingi.
Oh, soft Mingi.
I know, right? It's like the same. He's like literally wearing the same outfit in the photo card. Literally the same outfit. Then we have their song Not Too Late lyrics. And it's our boy Wooyoung. He's like, I know I'm pretty. That's that face. It's like, I know I'm pretty.
He looks how I feel.
Right.
Tired.
And then last but not least is our boy Jungkook. I like this shirt. I don't know what exactly. It's a face, and I don't know if it's like an anime face or what, but I like it.
It kind of looks like cartoony.
Yeah, it's like a cartoon or anime. But yeah, so that was the 80s Fever album. Put them all back except for Sangwa, because Sangwa has joined Caitlin's pile.
Sangwa is mine now.
He is mine now.
I'm collecting them slowly.
Yep. I mean, I feel like that's how we always are. We're always collecting all the members at some point. Like I said, we're gonna be getting other 80s albums, so I will have my own Sangwa at some point.
I feel like if we wanted all the photo cards we wanted,
we'd have to buy every album.
Literally.
That's why I said I was willing to do that, but my bank account wasn't. But yeah, so that is our 80s Fever Part 3 album unboxing. We've gone through like 5 already. We still got like 3 or 4 more. 4 more.
4 more.
4 more.
I was wrong earlier when I said 7. I think it was actually 8 and I just missed the Monster X one.
It's okay. So yeah, this one, you might have caught a semi-glimpse of it. This is a very old album. It's from like 2012.
Fetus.
This is Fetus EXO. So, I was super excited to find this because, like I said, if you haven't been watching or whatever, just tuning in now, we are huge fans of EXO, obviously. But, I actually love this album. I've loved pretty much every song on this album. And we have Black Pearl and Let Out the Beast on this album.
I like how the song titles in the back are handwritten.
Right? It looks so cool. It's almost like stickers, like you'd name sticker, almost like. But and obviously, you know, members have left, whatever, lineups have changed. But this is OT12. We have everybody here, the original song, and I was just so happy to get the album. First thing when we open up, which is really cool. What's also really cool too is that all the photos in here can be torn off and taken out into mini posters. So I don't think I ever will, just because, you know, I don't want to rip anything, maybe in the future. But first we start off with the actual CD right here.
But I think it's so cool they did that.
I
you
love
can't take
that.
photos out of other albums without like ripping it.
Yeah, but nope, they perforated it and it's like a legit binder, like notebook, so you can like literally be like, oh, I want this photo today or something, and just can tear it right out. First up, we have our boy
those short pant things,
Ugh.
though.
Like I said, this is that 2012 EXO era, that fashion style, you know? And like I said, they have like little notes and stuff on the back of them, so like if you want specific ones. Sehun looks really good in this blonde hair and the tank top.
He does.
Like, it's not fair how good he looks. Obviously we're not gonna go through like every single photo because there's like a legit ton of photos in here. I've already gone through pretty much all of them, but I'm gonna show you at least one from every member and then maybe some fun ones. Our leader, Suho. Well, XOK leader at this point in time. Baekhyunhee. This fashion though was like the trend back then. Those Nike shoes.
Oh my god.
Our bias. We love this man. Genially.
Yoonhul's a little dated.
A little bit. We're losing some of the stuff here. So this is throwback. Luhan. I have been following his career over in China, so looked at his music career and his acting, and like, he is so good. I don't know. You might have heard like one or two songs of his, just that I've showed you, but
Probably.
yeah, you've heard "Blow It Like a Flute."
If I heard it, I'd probably recognize
It's the
it.
one of the most cringiest songs ever. But it's hysterical, like everybody laughs at it, but I'm like, it's a good song, but it's just like the lyrics are very questionable, and you're like, ah. It's not really questionable, you know what they're intending, but. Next we have our oldest, Xiumin! Our boy Lei!
My original bias.
Her original bias. Oh, this hair on Dio though was an era. It was an era. I love this hair on him. Dio. That was a whole look. Listen, some of the 2012 fashion was most of it was iffy for EXO, but they had some good looks where I was like, I like that. My original bias, ladies and gents. Mr. Tao. Like I said, him and Chanyeol have kind of a similar aesthetic, in a way.
They do.
Like the Tao of then is like similar to like the Chanyeol of now, in a way, aesthetic wise. But yeah, I think that's another reason why I was like it went from like Tao. I mean, obviously Kai was like there in a little bit, but like I think that's another reason why I was like, eh. And then of course former EXO member, EXO Mnet leader Chris. This is gonna probably have a whole section of people be like, why are you showing him on camera because of everything?
Because it's part of the photo album.
It's part of this photo album. We're not getting in all the toxicity that happened. Yes, he was former member of EXO, still part of the past. I get it. I understand.
We can't
Moving
pretend
on.
he didn't exist.
Yes. He was a part of the group, but we can move on from it. And then we have Chen with his little beanie. I don't know what this shirt is though. Looks like a bunch of
like
eyes.
hourglasses.
Oh, I was gonna say it looks like eyes to me. And then it goes back into another cycle of other photos. Like I said, they're all like photo cards. So you can like, they're perforated, you can take them out. All that fun stuff. Some have different like things on the back. Towels. Lei. Xiumin. Chris. Like I said, there's like a bunch of photo cards in here, guys. Like, so many photo cards. Or not, well, not photo cards, photos, I should say.
It looks like for concept photos, they're just like, yeah, we're just gonna walk around the city.
Yep, just take them on the street, it's fine. And then some of them on the back have, like, the lyrics. So that, you know, you have them. Chen looks like a dad there for some reason. Like, he's like, come on, kids, let's go.
Kids, I bought you this bike.
Right, it's like, hey, you wanna go? Wanna go on a ride? And at the very end,
There's a dog.
there's a puppers. We have a puppers, guys. There's a pupper. And it has both versions of like the Growl, like EXO-K. I'm pretty sure it's got EXO-M in here as well. Could be wrong about that. Or like the full versions of them. And at the end they have like credits to like everybody who was involved, like producers, directors, all of that. And then the photo card I got actually is Chris. That is the photo card I got. And on the back it's got his name and all that. But yeah, like I said, this is a much older album. It was their first album. It makes sense that, you know, it's OT12. There's going to be photo cards of members that are no longer there. I still respect the group as OT12 back when it was OT12. Obviously, we have moved on from that point in time. They're now OT9.
OT whoever isn't enlisting at the time.
Obviously, OT9 is OT9, but this was back when all 12 were there, and so I still respect the original work. Obviously, even if, you know, members are problematic, the group itself and the music itself wasn't. So, that's where we're gonna leave that. Moving on. But yeah, that was the end of that album. Like I said, that one, it's one of the older ones, so it doesn't have too much stuff going on with it. But you have lots and lots of photo cards. Like, if you want to tear out everything from there. I probably won't, just because it's me. But I'm sure me and Kate will go through it thoroughly, and we can find some photo cards she might like and want.
Yeah.
Later on. Moving on. We're getting down. We have 3 left. So I was super excited for this one. This is a Monsta X album, The Follow. I was kind of bittersweet with it,
Isn't
too.
this the last one with Wonho?
It's the last album featuring Wonho. So I was like really bittersweet, but I was really excited to get it because I was like, it's our boy. What's really cool is once you take that off, I just like the way that it's styled. It looks so cool. But yeah, we got a bunch of stuff in here, so we're gonna go through. Yeah, we're gonna take all this out so that I don't break nothing. Stay. But yeah, so let's hop in. Here we go. Follow from you. I just find it funny how it's like Hyungwon, and then it's like all the other members over here.
Maybe it's the Hyungwon version.
See, I didn't think about that before. But the aesthetic of these pictures. It's hard to see, I know. I'm sorry. There's a little glare coming off, my bad. Pictures are kind of shiny, so it's there's a little bit of a... Our leader! We miss and love you. We hope you're doing well, military. Shano! Who was your bias? It was Jooheon. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, I keep always forgetting that. For some reason, I'm always like, I always want to think it was Shano for some reason, or Hyungwon.
Because I remember when I first got into them, I liked Hyungwon and Kihon, but I ended up going with Jooheon.
Yeah, I think that was like it was a recent development too. I think was like the last album. Like, yeah, it's Jooheon. The problem child.
It's like he's an outlier, but not really.
Right. Yeah.
Because that high note he hits in Gambler.
That man's a vocalist as well as a main rapper, so I'm like, he fits everybody's aesthetic. Let's be honest. He is.
That shouldn't surprise you.
The Maknae I Am is just a big problem for me. And we have a cool little picture of both of them together. Shono and I Am. Oh. See, Wonho always knew he was a thirst trap. He's been known since day 1. Well, I mean, like I said, I don't think you've watched No Mercy, have you?
No.
Okay. Well, there's like a little spot where they're talking, and it's like, it was literally Minhyuk, Hyungwon, and Wonho all like aligned in the car, and they're like, we're the visual line, and I'm like, they're like their official visual line. I'm like, makes sense. So it's like, they've been known since like day 1 that they were like, we're gonna kill everybody with our visuals. Wonho does it on purpose, though. My bias! Just my man! Like I said, this man is just... That's all I can say. Come on! That's a great photo of him too. He's like, I'm gonna stare into your soul. I'm like, okay, thank you.
So what do I owe this pleasure?
Right, we're not showing all the pictures, but that he does it in like every picture.
He's literally just
right.
staring.
He just stares into your soul in like every picture, except for this one. This is the only one he's looking away. But then the other two are staring at you, so I mean.
It's just like, okay, yeah, you've stared enough, so let someone else have a turn.
Alright, it's like, let us do it. Calm down. See, like, now when these two are looking away, he's staring again. What the heck? Next up is our boy Minhyuk. Another beautiful, beautiful human. Who also is staring into your soul. I think they all like to do it, honestly.
Sounds accurate.
I'm pretty sure they all just like to stare into all of our souls. Oh no!
The
1
playlist
second, our playlist ended. We're gonna go with.
Well, that one's lo-fi, so we could just keep playing that one.
Okay, we're gonna just keep playing this one. It's lo-fi. We're good. Just want to make sure we're good on volume. Might turn down just a little bit. Oh,
It should be fine.
yeah, we're good. We're
I
good.
remember last time you said you could barely hear it.
Yeah, but your bias looks really good with this hair.
He does.
Juhan with the blue hair. Looks so good. Like, this picture in particular, it's just an aesthetic.
More staring.
More staring into the souls. And then, of course, we have a Juhan and Minhyuk photo together. And of course, the very back, we have the CD. Now, heading into some fun things that we've got in here. Which, this is really cool, and I was super excited about this one. We have a little Wonho kind of standy thing.
That's cool.
It's so cool, like, you gotta, like, put it, like, down here. It's like... How did I do it before? There we go. And it's supposed to like stand up a little. It's so cool. I just love it because like my other Monsta X album, we did not have Wonho photo cards, and I was like, because you know he's not part of the group, so I was like, ah. But I'm like, we finally got Wonho stuff.
You got a 3D one.
I got a 3D Wonho. And then I have a little young
my
one.
God.
I have a little young one. He's like, what's up, guys? What's up?
That's not something you see in albums.
Nope. This is really cool. It's like a little mini ID card. It's got his blood type, type A, his birth date,
It's gender.
gender, and all that.
So we don't assume genders.
It is a Minhyuk. Minhyuk ID. It's so cool. And then, like I said, on the back it shows like his blood type, his birthday, his gender, and all that. I was like, hey. Like, I feel like I could just swipe it like ID card.
Scan the barcode.
Right. And I was super excited about this.
Oh,
I got a Wonho photo card too.
I feel like every time you complain about not getting a photo card, you get it in the next album.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it's like the laws of the universe. Like I said, when I first got like the my EXO Obsession albums, I was like, because I just got random. That's what it was. My mom and them ordered random albums. I was like, oh, I don't know which version I'm gonna get, who I'm gonna get, and then I open it, and then like I got biased photo cards of all like Chanyeol and stuff like that. And back, I'm like, how did I get this lucky? And like the posters and stuff like that. I was like, I got both versions of Chanyeol. I was like, how did I end up like this? Like, I was so happy. So it happens every once in a while. You get like lucky like that. Next we have this really cool. It's got the track list on the back, and we have a group photo, little mini poster. And then we also have the lyric book, which is really cool. The cover of it is our boy I.M. And on the back, of course, is the track list. And then it's got the lyrics for the songs in there with photos as well. I.M. Like, I think this is the I Am version because the lyric book is like all I Am, which is interesting. Monster Truck is another song that's like, whew, that's a good song. I don't know if you've heard that one.
I have, yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I remember them trying to explain the lyrics to that. I was just laughing the whole time. I'm like, sure, that's what you meant, guys.
We know what you meant.
I am with his little beret, his little newsboy cap thing going on. Double checking mirror, yes. Save again. And that is the end of the Monster X album. Make sure to put all these carefully. Don't want to lose anything. I also like that it's a Hyungwon Ho. You know, I got Hyungwon Ho. I was so happy. Because they were so cute together. Slide you back in here carefully so I don't lose you guys. But yeah, this album, like I said, Find You is still one of those songs that I cry at. It's like every time I see the music video for it, it's like, ah, it's so sad. Poor Hyungwon. This is the fun part, is trying to put this back on.
And it never wants to work.
Oh, there we go. I got it. I got it. We're good.
I like how it looks like water.
I know, right? It looks so cool. It's like, it really gives that, like, time space element to it. It's like, second to last, we have Golden Child. I love how like this whole album is literally like it's like its own like pamphlet. It's almost like you have to take out a file. Like it's all
One
like
of those manila folders.
yeah, like a manila folder. It's almost like secret, like nobody can know, and it's like all the track list is like shiny over here. But yeah, this is their 5th mini album. I think it's called Yes, yeah, Yes. And it's the album that has Burn It on it, which that was kind of where we after.
That's like where we fell in love with Golden Child.
Yeah, because like we fell in love with them watching Road to Kingdom, and then they dropped Burn It, and we're like, we're in. We're like, yes, we are now fans. Every time I open it, I'm like, always afraid I'm gonna rip it, because it's like it's just paper. And I'm pretty sure there's a specific version that I have. To be honest, I'm still learning. We're both still learning the Golden Child members. So I'm still struggling with a bunch of names. But yeah. This is Sungmin. I got a Sungmin poster, which is really cool.
The crease makes his face look a little derpy.
I know. I'm trying not
they
to
could have
like.
folded it in a better spot.
There. But yeah, Sungmin. I just love the whole aesthetic of this, the color scheme and everything with like the dark colors. Like it just looks so good. Carefully. And yes, I believe this is the Sungmin and yep, this is the Sungmin version basically, which is really cool. Oh, I'm like, where is it? I know it's in here. Sorry. I'm like hitting my own albums. Like, ah! Yeah, I think this is M5, so I think it's like the 5th version. And like the paper is literally, it's like the photo paper, so it's like super shiny and like slippery and all that.
Good quality.
The good quality stuff, yeah. It's like, psh. And Golden Child's having a Japanese comeback soon, which I'm super excited about. So yeah, this is the Sungmin version, so it's pretty much all Sungmin. That's what you're gonna get. But I just like some of the photos and everything, and like the aesthetics of some of them. They look so good. Like this one where he's just like right here, looks so good. I know there's just like glare because the paper is photo paper and the light, so I apologize for that. Golden Child. Like the chessboard too looks so cool, the black and white. Trying to find different like poses and stuff. Then we have a full group one. Yay! And then of course at the back they have the track lists, like lyrics and all that, things of that nature. And then there's like a special thanks to, and then like Sungmin also like wrote that too, and everything. And at the very, very back, you have the album. Now this is what I thought was really, really cool. It comes with, it's like a little mini tag.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right?
Do not watch, just listen repeatedly.
Yeah, it looks so cool. It's like a little, like basically like a tag you'd find in like clothes and stuff. And it's the Sungmin version, so his signature's on it and everything, which is really cool. Is that Sungmin's signature too as well? I don't think so. That's...
It doesn't look like it. It looks like it says Pung.
Yeah, that's, I would assume it would be him, though.
Unless he just wrote like some random shit on there.
Maybe. Signature, because I'm like... I was trying to, like, see if that matched his. But I think it's somebody else, maybe. Anyway. But yeah. We're still learning the members, so I apologize if we still don't know who's who. But we got this photo card, too. I promise we will learn them eventually. They're another one that we have to do a guide for. We have a lot of guides we have to get to. I promise. We will get to everybody. I just think the tag thing is just so cool, though.
It is.
Like, I've never seen that before in an album or anything like that. So I was like, hey. But that is our Golden Child album. Their 5th mini, I should say. Like I said, I really love Burn It. It's probably one of my favorites from them. Like, video aesthetic wise and song, it just sounds so good. But yeah, I feel like this is like a classified envelope, you know, like I was just given and I'm like, your mission is this, you know, like
all the information has been redacted.
Right, it's like I feel like that's what that looks like. It's just so cool. And last but not least, my boys which are now in the military. I think all but Chan.
Rip.
Yeah, because I think Byung-Kwon just went in.
Poor Chan.
I know, right?
He's all by himself.
I'm pretty sure he's like the only one who hasn't gone in yet. If you guys have or can't tell by you know, the names and stuff we've been saying, this is our boys' Ace Siren Dawn album. I was super excited that we got this because Ace merch and albums are super limited edition, so it's like once they're gone, they're gone. Like they're super hard to find. Yeah, like you have to like go on like eBay and like resale and all that like that of people who are selling albums. Like it's hard to find albums, like especially their older stuff. Like you cannot find any of their older stuff. You'd have to go on like eBay for it. But like I was just so happy to get this album. I was like, yes, I finally have Ace merch. And I wasn't like losing everything. Let me make sure I grab everything before we start looking at it. But yeah, so we love Ace so much. I actually watched June's Beeldroma the other day. It's super short. There's only 8 episodes, and each episode's like 12 minutes. So
that's very short. We
could watch it together. It's super cute. You'd like it. You'd like it. But starting off, and June just already being disrespectful as hell in this photo. Shirt, no, not available. Shirt not applicable.
Shirt.exe not responding.
Right. For those of you who may or may not know, who've not followed any of our Ace Journey, Byung-Kwon is my bias. But Donghoon has been stolen my heart, so he's like my main wrecker, but he's also been coming for me, so Donghoon's like this close to becoming biased, like at this point, because he's a problem. But then all the other members, especially June and Wow and Chan, they all wreck. They all wreck horribly. So Starting off with shirtless June, you know, because leader, why not?
You gotta attack.
He does. I'm like, leader, you don't have to do this to us. But he's like, no, I do. Maknae no shirt. What the hell? They just said, let's go no shirts today, guys. Let's just not wear shirts. Because, like, even though it is a shirt, it's just, like, all unbuttoned. So it's like, why even go with... Demon. Why are you a demon, Chan? This is our Maknae and our leader, ladies and gents. Maknae, why are you looking like that? Because they want to hurt us, that's why. Now we have our boy Wow and Donghoon. This is Wow with the blue hair. Our little floof. Our oldest. My problem. Donghoon! I love this long hair on Donghoon so much. Like, I really do. And then, of course, bias Byungkwan. So we're not gonna go through all the photos, but I definitely want to get to see all of them. 3 of them together. Psh. Yes, this aesthetic with like the veils over them is just yes. Trying to find any more. Like this aesthetic though.
That's really cool for you.
Ugh. I remember the teasers for when this album was dropping and like these teasers came out. I was like, they look so good. Like what the hell? And of course you have Wowcon Wowcon together over here because Wowcon is like one of these superior ships out there. They're like the best friends and I love them so much. Ugh. And then of course you have our eldest leader and Maknae all together in one photo. All being problems. Because why not? And then at the very back we have the track list and the lyrics. I said Higher is one of those songs. And they have like some behind the scene photos as well, which is really cool. This whole aesthetic is gorgeous. Byungkwan, what the hell? Wow. June. John. And then at the very back, we have credits and the album. So now we're starting off. We have some stickers, some more stickers.
More stickers.
More stickers. We have all the member photos.
And an ace sticker down at the bottom.
Yep, we got the ace sticker, and then up here I thought that was another sticker. No, we got the ace label, and then all of the members have their own stickers as well, which is really cool. Which one do I show first here? Okay. So this is our leader and our Maknae.
Thanks.
Being
The
problem
shirtless
children
ones.
with shirtlessness. Yeah, because why wouldn't they, want to go shirtless for us already in other photos? So why not make the photo card? Next we have our boy. This one's really cool because it's a double-sided photo card. So you have Chan being adorable, and then you have him being sexy. Like the duality of this man. He's being a super, super freaking adorable on this side, and then you flip it over, and he's like, I'm gonna model you to death. Like, what the heck? So, there's some Chan stuff. This one is really cool. So this is Donghoon.
Oh, it's like the holographic one.
Yep, it's a holographic one, so it's like, eep. Donghoon looks so good. Eep, eep, eep. So, that's the photo cards, and that is our albums, guys.
Your albums.
Well, my albums. I know you got a couple more that day, but you didn't get that many. I don't know if you did. No, did you get any that day or no?
No,
I was gonna say,
so.
I thought you might have, but I could be wrong.
Actually, I don't know.
I can't remember.
I think I got like 2.
Yeah.
But they're at home.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we've been planning to do this for a while, and we needed to get this done because I had so many albums that I need to show. I need to give you your photo cards and your poster. So,
Yeah. I got Blackpink.
Yeah, I think you got the other Blackpink album, and I think you got something else too.
Twice one.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And I remember being so excited because I got my Mina photo cards.
Yes,
and
yes.
Mina's my bias.
But yeah, so that's the album unboxing, guys. Like I said, it's been, like I said, over a month now, almost 2 months going on that we've been waiting to like do the unboxing and everything. Also, guys, for these albums, both this bunch and the ones we did a few months ago for like my birthday and stuff, the birthday album unboxing, we will be doing some album reviews and reactions over on our Patreon. Like I said, we had already said it, we've said it before in other videos, we had planned on doing the album reviews on our Patreon for everything, for the ones that we haven't heard the full albums of. So stay tuned for that. Those will be happening soon over on our Patreon. So yeah, so you can see the full versions of these albums and hearing us listen to the actual entire album, because most times we only listen to like one, like the title tracks.
The title track, maybe a few B-sides here.
And say, unless it's like our old groups that were like, we listen to like their entire discography.
Like the BTS and the Blackpink.
And you know, even EXO, like I've listened to 99% of their music, both B-sides and, you know, title tracks. So but other albums we may only get to like the title tracks on our channel, and then like we just move on to, because we have so many things we have to keep up with. So yeah, so stay tuned for all that. Super excited to get into more of these B-sides of all these groups and checking out the full albums, because I know a lot of, just in our own you know, experience and from what everybody tells us, a lot of times B-sides are amazing compared to title tracks. Like some people prefer B-sides over title tracks, and I have agreed with that plenty of times with different groups, so I get it. But yeah, super excited. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, I was just super excited to show off my new collection. Anytime I can get money, get up to the mall, pretty much I want to get more albums. Because I'm like, before we never really had a spot to get it other than online, and online is just even more expensive than...
And now we have a store.
Now we have a store that actually sells it, so I was like, hey!
It's like two little shelves. But...
2 little shelves, but it's worth it. We go up there, and anytime we go up there, there's like a couple of new ones, maybe some old ones we were like, oh, we already have that one, but like, but they have this one now. And so, yeah. Oh my god, so when I went up to the concert in Buffalo, we stopped at the Buffalo Mall, and we went into FYE there, and their shelf was so much bigger. It was like 3 shelves put into one. It was just a whole rack, and I was like, oh my god, Ryan, Jared, you need to give me, like, I had to make them, like, tell me no. Like, I was like, honestly, tell me not to buy this, like, tell me to put it back, because if you don't, I will buy all this and spend all my merch money right now. And so I did good, and they were good friends, and they said no. And
so we need to take a trip up to that mall.
Definitely. I'll be like, Ryan, Jared, you want to go take a trip up to Buffalo Mall real quick so we can go get some more albums, please?
Thank you.
Please and thank you. But yeah, no, I love collecting the albums. I love doing this. Like, so we definitely were going to be trying to do some scrapbooks and some, you know, binders and stuff like that for our photo cards and all that. We've been saying it, we want to do it, we just haven't done it yet. But now that we're actually having a collection of all of our stuff, we can actually start doing it. But yeah. I don't really have anything else to say, guys. You know, thanks for sitting through like an hour and a half of us just talking and showing pictures and photos, because we're super excited. Like I said, stay tuned for our Patreon album reviews. Those will be coming up soon. I love how I did not have this on at all throughout.
Oh well.
It's okay. Follow us over on Twitter, guys. Our handle's on the screen. As well, like I said, that's our Patreon right there. You can follow us over there. Come join us, you know, support us however you want. We have lots of tiers, lots of fun stuff. We got some new stuff coming up soon. We got some stuff ending soon. Some shows that are coming to an end are going to be Island. We're almost finished with that. We only have a couple episodes left. I'm trying to think. Doing It Your Service, only a couple episodes left of that.
Semantic Error.
Semantic Error is almost done. We only have like 3 or 4 episodes left of that. Dream Night, I think there's like 12 episodes, so we're about almost halfway with that one. Like I said, we have other shows that we've just started, like Got Some with Hard Carry. Produce 101 season 1 the series. We've got, you know, Strong One Dobong soon. We're just starting off with. We got some more episodes of the Isaacs coming up. We got a bunch of content. Obviously BTS Run is ongoing, as well as got Seven's, like I said, Hard Carry is ongoing. We got more stuff we want to put on the channel. It's just we gotta try to get through all the other stuff first. Like I said, we have some ending, and so we'll be adding new stuff in. You can refer to our community tab. We have the schedules, not really a schedule, but like stuff that we usually post on what days. A little farther down, they're not pinned, so if you want to look at our community tab, scroll down, they'll be there. There's also a thing that says what shows we're checking out, what shows we have checked out. We finished Kingdom, we finished Doko Rewind, we finished Because of You 2020. So yeah, we've got a bunch of different dramas and variety shows and survival shows, so go check all that out over there. And yeah. Anything else you would like to say?
No, I'm good.
Alright guys, well we hope you enjoyed this, you know, check us out, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!